What's going on, Sagittarius? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the week of March 13th to the 19th, 2023. So in this reading, Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the upcoming week. We're going to take a look at some things you may not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and much more regarding this upcoming week for you. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we move through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Sagittarius, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Sagittarius. But without further ado, I am now going to pull the energy and we will see what wants to come through for you for this upcoming week, Sag. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Sagittarius. Let's see what we got here for you, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. What energy do you need more of? What frequency do you need to embody more of this week? The first energy you have is beginnings. So doing something for the first time or doing something that you've always done in a very new way. Beginnings. So starting something new here is going to be very important. So pay attention to anything that you can create like a beginning with. Some sort of new routine that you're going to implement or something bigger for a lot of you. Now you also have financial freedom as another card here. So what frequency do you need to focus on is your finances a little bit. And because you have beginnings right next to financial freedom, a lot of you may be focused on, or the universe is asking you to focus on how you can change your money situation. How can you start maybe a side hustle? For those of you that are dissatisfied in your current career, how can you start a completely new career is what you want to be focused on this week. You also have change. All right, so you have beginnings, financial freedom, and change. So definitely there's something about money beliefs, like changing the way that you relate to money. There's something about, like, what I'm getting from this is you're not integrating, there's something within yourself, like a very true part of you that you haven't, like, integrated. Sorry, there's a cat running through this room, distracting me. But there's something, like, about you not properly, like, approaching some sort of financial endeavor, and it could be more easy than you're making it out to be. Because money is a trap. It's one of the tools the Matrix used to basically keep us all down. So what I would advise you with this frequency is, like, don't be attached to money. Don't be afraid to make money. Don't be afraid to lose money. Don't be so stagnant when it comes to that is what I'm getting. Sorry about that little rant, but here we go. Your opportunity is the devil. So this is your opportunity, Sagittarius, the devil frequency. I'm getting a few different things from this. The first opportunity is obviously to avoid any sort of behavior that is clearly toxic. This could be, spotting out someone around you that has negative money beliefs. There could be someone very close to you right now who, like, doesn't believe it's possible for you to create what you want to create. So that could be some sort of weeding out some sort of devil that lies in the grass, some sort of, like, negative belief around you. For others of you with the devil as your opportunity, we're going to have to clarify what this is about. it could have to do with a little bit of sexual transmutation where you basically refrain from sex, you refrain, and you basically channel that energy into a creative or financial move. So, like for me, even along my journey, one of the biggest things I had to get away from is lust. Like wasting my sexual energy, rather than if you hold on to it and you just be disciplined, you focus on what, like, you can get really far with that. So some of you, sex is holding you back, some addiction is holding you back. Now your challenge is the Queen of Cups here, Sagittarius. This is your challenge. It's a really interesting frequency coming through. I'm going to be honest with you about and we're going to have to, like, don't take this too heavily for all of you. What I'm getting from this with the Queen of Cups is your challenge is like, there's a part of you that it's simultaneously you don't love yourself enough to make a big financial move when it comes to your own energy. But this Queen of Cups is like some sort of like love that you're afraid you're going to lose if you start a new beginning. So this could be a relationship that you're in. For those of you who have a distant like mother figure, this could be extended family, someone who cares about you, but is also keeping you imprisoned because you don't want to upset them by some, like, you don't want to fail in front of them. Like, even with me and my own mother, I mean, my mom was like, when I first posted like YouTube videos, she was like crying. She's like, you're going to embarrass yourself and all this stuff. And it's like, you can't let that stop you. So, and also the initial message that I got is something about love. And this is not going to be for all of you, but like you thinking that you're already the king, like, or you thinking that like, I'm not gonna have this change or this beginning, especially when it comes to your finances and a career move, because I love myself. Like, part of what's happening here is you telling yourself, I'm above that because I love myself, so I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't need a financial change because finances are not real, and I love myself so much that I don't need to compensate with but you're actually BSing yourself. So some of you are BSing yourself with self-love. Sorry I had to go there, but I did. But because you're trying to keep yourself safe, right? Because here's the thing. When you enter into a new endeavor in the physical world, beginnings, change, financial freedom, some of you might have no reason to like love yourself when you don't have anything to prove in the physical, or when you want to make a change, you want to downgrade your physical life. It's like you may not have that thing to fall back on anymore, which could be scary. I don't know. But when it comes to your overall general energy, I definitely like it. Definitely this career orientation. You have the Fool, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you have the Emperor. So there's a lot of structure here. There's a lot of slow, disciplined, moving energy, but it all starts with the Fool. None of this is going to happen here. Well, I mean, this is your overall general energy, so it seems like this is what you're lining up with currently. But here's the thing that I will say. In order to become the master, you first have to be the Fool. We all know this, Sagittarius. And for some of you, this is going to be in relationships. Like, some of you want something more real. Some of you want something more solid in a relationship. But the question I would ask you to ask yourself is like, why would someone want to be in a relationship with you? Like, if your relationships are not good, you're in toxic things, like maybe maybe you're too jealous, maybe you're too self-centered, maybe there's things that you could change about yourself when it comes to taking responsibility. But the thing that I'm getting from this is that you somehow taking responsibility for your own life is going to set you free, but first it's going to either piss you off or it's going to piss someone off around you. Okay, so just be aware of that. I mean, I think this is good energy overall, for sure. Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming, you have more of this doubling down on some sort of commitment, right? You have all this commitment energy. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and also the Six of Swords here, and what you don't see coming. So for a lot of you here, there is some sort of newfound commitment that you're going to make. I feel like this is a new business that you're going to start, putting yourself out there. And you have the Six of Swords here, so there could be travel that's involved in this, or it could be you just like burning the boats is also what I'm getting. The Six of Swords is an energy of like moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, and that just really happens when you make a decision. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm getting from this pretty clearly, Sagittarius, is there's some sort of beginning and change that you need to make. The power people don't understand of decision is completely like what I'm getting from this is that no wind is favorable for the sailor who doesn't know where they're going. For the drifter, no wind is favorable. You're always going to be in problems. But if you know where you're going, that has its own freedom. So a lot of you, and this has been a theme for you, I'm going to be honest, like over the last little while, freedom equals discipline. Freedom equal, like, or discipline equals freedom is what you could be learning this week in some sort of way. And you could also be moving away from a structure as well. Like, so I don't know. When it comes to your advice from your spirit guides, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. You also have the Knight of Wands here as your advice from your spirit guides here, Sagittarius. So the first thing standing out to me is like success isn't about what you say yes to, it's about what you say no to. So make sure that like when you're gearing up for this Fool, you have change, you have beginnings, you have the Fool, and you have all this structure around it. Make sure that you set proper boundaries. It's not, like it's just about showing up is really the frequency I'm getting for you. Like with whatever it is that you want to do as well, it's a weird frequency coming through. It's like you can do it. Like this is not a frequency that like when I'm channeling for other signs, it's always like the opposite of this. It's like, can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. But like you deep down in your heart, you're like, oh, I know I'm good. It's just a matter of am I going to show up or not. So like you have this frequency of being like very lazy but talented kind of thing. So you want to look at that, you know. You also have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands here. So there could be some sort of like, once again, there could be someone sabotaging you indirectly. Like you don't want to upset someone. You don't want anyone to view you as weird for integrating these parts and then moving that into a financial decision. Okay, so don't be afraid of the adventure. Don't be afraid of the new here is what I'm saying. The next thing that I'll say about this that I'm getting is you want to look at something about like a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. People who have a fixed mindset basically believe that they have a certain cap to their abilities. You know what I mean? Like I'm good at this, but I can't really get better. Whereas if you come at it with a growth mindset, like you're getting better every day. It doesn't matter where you start off from because you're like the most talented person could be the most talented person. They don't have discipline. They don't show up every day. The person who's less talented that just shows up every day and has that growth mindset, I can get better. They're going to beat they're going to beat out the talented person. But because you are talented and then you combine that discipline with it, you're going to take over the whole world. And that's basically what I'm here to help you do. Because there's something here that's right on the horizon. Doesn't even seem that difficult. There's just a few things we need to go through. So with that being said, let's clarify why the devil is here as your opportunity. There's also something about ease. There's something about you integrating a true part, like taking what makes you unique, combining it is always priceless. Let me tell you something, Sagittarius. For the select few of people who have the bravery to unite their heart with their mind, they are priceless because it is so rare. It's so rare. And what that means is like any part of you that you think this is fringe, this is weird, combine them together. That's what I even did with the autistic mystic. Combining the most prominent weird parts of myself, knowing that that has value in and of itself because everyone else is shitting their bricks in order to do so. I understand we live in this progressive, weird society where everyone is virtue signaling and everyone kind of acts like these deeper primal security mechanisms that we all have. Like, okay, like the saber, like we're all programmed like the saber-toothed tiger is going to come and kill us. We need to focus on what's practical. We can't take a risk. We can't be exiled from the tribe. Those things are still going on even though everyone's pretending I'm progressive, I'm not afraid. But you're not really doing the thing. You're halfway doing the thing. There's these deeper things where you want to come at it from. Let's see why the death, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, let's see why the devil is here in your opportunity, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, I'm not going to go, okay, sorry. Okay. All right, the devil's clarified by the Three of Cups, the Two of Wands, and also the Six of Wands here. As your opportunity, this is your opportunity. So once again, your opportunity has to do with like planning out your own success. planning out your own success route, like making plans for your own future success, potentially when it comes to change, beginnings, and financial freedom. Now, you have this as well linked up to it when it comes to your opportunity, but because it's the devil that is your opportunity, and these are cards of like being channeled by the devil, essentially. I know that sounded weird, but you know what I'm saying? What I am getting is that you don't be afraid to use your own personal magnetism to produce success as well. There's something, because you are a fire sign, because you're Sagittarius, you kind of like bring the life to the party. And so never underestimate the value of like enthusiasm and someone who is constantly in a good mood. Something I've noticed about Sagittarius people is that they are like, and I could be wrong, but it seems like you are like genuinely happy people. Like, yes, you have problems and everything, but like when push comes to shove, like you're genuinely like always bring good energy to the situation generally. And I would say put value on that. Put value on that. Put value on like your own personal magnetism for some sort of reason. But clearly there's some sort of like public victory you're gearing up towards. This is here with the devil as well. So there could be something about watching your partying, your escapism when it comes to like that. All right, let's see what the Queen of Cups is here in your challenge. Why is the Queen of Cups here in your challenge? Okay. Yeah, okay. So the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Death card, the Temperance card, and also the Fool. This has to do with someone that like you don't think influences you as much as they actually do. This is like you presenting yourself a certain way in the public based on like your families, your siblings, your family, your friends, society's expectations of you. Here's the thing that I'm going to say. I believe Freud said, you really, and this is not about being a man. You can do this whether you're a woman, a man, or you're a Zer. I don't care what you are. I think Freud said, no one is capable of becoming a man until his father is dead. But I think Jung came in and said, well, yes, but that death can take place symbolically. And so a lot of you need to shed what someone think like this is like I'm getting a family member. This could be a primary partner for some of you. Like you're really limiting yourself. You're not going for a new beginning because you're too attached to this energy around you. Even if it's very subtle and you don't think it's there, it's in your subconscious. So the whole way that you're presenting yourself is still being run on a subconscious level by some sort of emotional attachment to someone that's either present in your life or you used to have a lot of dealings, but it's still there. So the death of your father, the death of your mother, the death of the expectation of how you should live your life needs to come to an end. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. I'm a free spirit. I'm a Sagittarius. I bounce here. I bounce there. I'm already free. You're not as free as you think you are, Sagittarius, because if you were, you'd be letting it rip. Right now, you're not letting it rip. You know what I'm saying? And this also has to do with a little bit of stage fright for some of you, or like because the Six of Wands is in your challenge, right? There could be something about you fear of public speaking, fear of starting a business and what that entails. It's like you got to rely on yourself at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying here. You know what I mean? That's all. I don't know. Let's see why the Emperor is here. Interesting. Okay, this is the weirdest thing. I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles and I'm looking at the Emperor. And at this deck, I'm also looking at the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. It's weird. Let's see why the Emperor is here for you, Sagittarius. The Emperor is clarified by the Moon, by the Ten of Swords, and also by the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this has to do, the Moon has to do with your subconscious mind. It's coming through as your subconscious mind. And the Ten of Swords is obviously a very painful ending. So whoever is taking up room in your subconscious mind, whoever's taking up room in the form of some sort of like structure is going away. And you're basically, once again, you have change beginnings, and you have the Knight of Wands. You also have the Knight of Wands here in your in your advice. So there's something here about breaking free from anyone's opinion of you. And really, this also could be breaking free from the opinion that you have of yourself. You know what I mean? Like freedom, like discipline equals freedom. There's something about that. Let's go ahead and see here. Let's go to what you don't see coming. Let's see why the Hierophant is here and what you don't see coming. You know what I mean? Like, I understand not everyone is just like getting downloads from the Galactic Federation all day, but like, and I'm kind of joking with you. I'm kind of not at the same time, but like, all right, there's a lot of systems like the public school system, or, you know, the society that we live in. If you want to break free from that, you have to have your own structure. You have to create your own structure. Like, I'm blessed that I'm just interacting with subtle energy all day, and I'm in alignment with a higher order of things, and you are too, or else you wouldn't still be watching this. So it's like, the enlightened person is the person who plants a seed and knows very well that that seed that they're planting they may never enjoy the fruits of that seed, but someone else will. So there's also about a sense of connecting to your own legacy and your own personal destiny, and realizing like you may be a friend. There's something about you may be weird from your or whoever this is, that Queen of Cups in your challenge thing that you're disconnecting from, but it doesn't matter. Like, so I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? I think you do. See why the Hierophant is here? Why does the alien thing always keep coming up with Sagittarius? Why? Every reading I somehow get to the aliens or the Galactic Federation with Sagittarius. I don't really think it's deep. I don't really like. Don't you know that some of you have hybrid children on other planets? You don't even know. That's sad. Too bad. All right, why is the Hierophant here? And you're what you don't see coming. The Hierophant, and what you don't see coming, is clarified with the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and also the Seven of Pentacles here. So yeah, whatever new beginning that you're going to create, I really feel like you're going to be ultra successful. Like, for you, like I said, all you got to do is show up. All you guys is just go through the motions. Even if at the beginning of whatever journey, like this financial freedom you're setting up for, you're so blessed with a natural charisma, even if you don't think you have it. As a Sagittarius, you have this energy. You have life force energy. Like, all you got to do is show up, and you're going to be successful. That's what I'm getting from this. With other people, that's not the case at all. They show up, they're not going to do so well. And I'm not saying everything's going to go smooth your first way. But what I'm saying is, like, you know what you need to do. All you need to do is show up. Show up, show up, show up. Like, what do you think, they're giving out envelopes out here? You got to, like, do something, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm just seeing, like, wasted potential here or something. You know what I mean? So, let's go to your advice. Let's see what the Seven of Swords is here in your advice from your spirit guides. Yeah. There's something sketch tied up to this new inspiration that you have. Like, why is it sketch? Why is it sus? That's up. Okay, you think something bad is going to happen to you. Okay, the Seven of Swords, and this is a natural part of the creative process with whatever this beginning, this change, this financial freedom is. You have the Ace of Wands here, clarifying the Seven of Swords in your advice, but you also have the Justice card, and you have the World. It's coming out in reverse, though. And what I'm getting from this is that, once again, you have this Moon here. You have some sort of, like, belief that something bad is going to happen to you if you go forward with this change, this beginning, this financial freedom plan. You know, something bad is going to happen to you. It's never that bad. Like, I can't guarantee that nothing bad is going to happen to you, but what you don't realize is that there's a higher order to good and bad. So the very thing that you're trying to avoid may be the very thing that is going to get you out of that little cocoon that you're in. So, there's just it's like you're not pulling the trigger. Sorry, Sagittarius, we went overtime. The camera stopped recording. But I feel like you get the gist of this reading. I really feel like you have the whole world in front of you. It's just about showing up. It's just about committing. It's just about doing the things you know you tell yourself you need to do, and you'll be just fine. And that's not the case with many other people. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope that it helped you, and I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic.